whether you're a beginner or looking for a simple design. This step-by-step tutorial will have you creating stunning pieces in no time. My name is Melissa Zurick, and let's get started. I found some small cabochons that I have on hand. I have a pair of agates, a pair of sodalite, and a pair of resin. These two pairs here are flat. These are more domed, but I made these. These are UV resin with chameleon flakes. That they're real pretty, so I want to make them into earrings. If you want to see how I made these, let me know in the comments. I can make a video on that too. I'm going to wrap them in sterling silver, and I'm going to use square wire. My smallest gauge is 24 gauge, and my half round wire, the smallest I have, is 22 gauge. Mine's kind of a mess right here, but it's half round, which means it's domed on one side and flat on the other side. So we're going to make our bindings with that. These are 9x7. These two pairs are 10x8. And for each earring, I'm going to use 3 lengths, about 3 inches long. I'm going to go ahead and cut all of them and pull my wire out with a cloth. Sometimes when I'm making earrings like this, I like to batch them. Got 3 times 6 was at 18. I need 18 pieces. Okay, I've got my wires cut, 18. I went ahead and cut little strips of painter's tape. I cut 12 of them. And next I'm gonna go through one bundle at a time. I'm gonna line these guys up, try to straighten them out with my fingers. See how the square, they line up nicely. That's what I want. I'm going to tape one end. Take some flat nose pliers. Follow the wires up to the other side. Make sure nobody twists. These wires are so small, sometimes it's hard to tell. Follow them to the other side and do the same thing. Tape them off. Okay, there's one. Grab the next one. Sometimes the wires just want to do what they want. I'm going to go ahead and tape these guys and I'll be back. Okay, got everybody wrapped. I got my 22 gauge half round, about 8 inches. Got your round part and your flat part. You're going to make a hook in it. Round part facing out. Hook that on one of your bundles. Your little hook should be cockeyed. I'm going to smush it down and then bring the long part over, push it over with my flat nose, bring it around, push it over again. You can grab it and pull. Again, flip it, push it and pull it. That's the back. And this is the front. I'm going to make 3 wraps. And cut it off on this side. Smush it down. Oh. Smush it down. Trim a little off that first hook. Just a little bit. If they're a little cockeyed, you can take some chain nose pliers and grab opposite corners and just gently squeeze. Make sure everybody's in the center. Okay, and do the same with the second one. Take a little hook. I'm gonna keep moving and get the rest of these done. Okay, everybody's done now. So next I grabbed a wooden dowel, it's a 6mm one, and we are gonna wrap these guys around the dowel. Make sure the ugly side is facing the dowel, and you're just gonna shape them. So your ends point straight up. And they wrap around your stone. Look at that. Looks like I break my own rules once in every video. At least once. Ugly side in. Grab my bindings again. I'm going to put bindings on the sides now, on each side, just like we did down here. Make sure your hook is towards the inside. And then a snip, and smoosh. Straighten it out. For some reason I always bend them first, but you can probably put them on before you bend them. Probably a lot easier to put on as well. This one's a little long. Give it a snip. I'm going to go ahead and finish mine. I'll be back. Now that's done, our next step is to set our stones. Since our stone is flat in the back, all we need to do is bend the wires inward. Now in the front, you might need a little blade of some sort, or your fingernail, but come through in between the top wire and the middle wire and just kind of separate them on both sides. I'm going to grab my round nose pliers. I don't want any sharp bends. I'm just going to gently bring those wires upward. Let me get my stone in. And these stones are a little bit thicker, so I'm going to bring my wire a little bit taller. You can use your fingers too. I always think they look like alien. Make it look like an alien face. Follow the wires up. Make sure your bindings are at the same level. You can have them high or you can bring them down low. It's all personal preference. How dangly do you want your earring? I'm going to bring them down a little bit. And then I curve my wires towards each other. And once they meet, your stone should be nice and secure. You can clamp it in the meantime. As long as your wires are nice and straight. ahead and clamp this one while I do the other one. Okay, let's finish these off. Grab some more half round. I'm going to put another hook in it. Turn it to the back. Hook right above one of the bindings, and then I'm going to wrap it around. Two to three times. Come through and make sure everybody's tight. I think it's safe to snip this off in the back. Take your tapes off. I'm going to bring the two back wires straight down the back to lock those binding wires. I'm going to go ahead and do this one too, just so I can work on them at the same time. That hook's a little long. How do they look? Not too shabby. I snip these back wires. Snip them so you can't see them from the front. So we have the front wires and the middle wires. The middle wires, we make our loop. Let's go ahead and do that. Bring those middle wires forward. Use my bail making pliers. I kind of loop them around. Same with this one. Wrap it around. All the way around and then some. So I can get them nice and tight. And tighten them up. All right, so these I'm just going to keep simple. I'm just going to pull these to the back. Kind of crisscross them and snip them. And this one. Okay, let me do the rest. And there you have it, small cabochons wire wrapped and ready to wear, share, or sell. All I did was add a small jump ring. I make my own jump rings. These are 18 gauge jump rings, and I made my own ear wires. I'll link them above if you want to see how I made them. For these two, I used a ball post earring with a loop. You can probably get these at Fire Mountain Gems or Rio Grande. I happen to get these at Monster Slayer, which went out of business, so they are no longer available. I'd love to see what you create. Tag me on social media. All my links are down below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more wire wrapping videos. Do you have small faceted stones that you want to make into something? Check out this next video where I wire wrap small faceted stones. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.